Good day, parents. Marlon Hamilton here. Sharing a video of everything that your child needs for the SATs exam in fractions. Now, I've selected all these questions from past papers and so on, and I'll be going through them step by step, explaining. And also, once I've done the explanation, then your child will be given questions to have a go at, and then the answers on the following page. So, this is an opportunity for your child to improve for their SATs exam. Also, as well, this is required for GCSEs. It's required once your child is in primary or secondary school, or from year 4 and above, all the way up to year 11. They need to learn everything that's inside this video today. So, without further ado, let's just have a quick. This is just a quick fire part of it, just to get your child into, hopefully wanting to listen to this video. Okay, so what we've got now, we've got 2 upon 3, and we divide. What we do is we change divide to times, and then we flip this, right? And then we multiply the top times the top, bottom times the bottom, right? This bit here now, we just do 2 times 5, 3 times 7, and we simplify where possible. This one now is the same. We're adding or subtracting anyone. We get the denominators the same. Denominators, numerators, but the denominator is the same. So we do a 3 times table, this 3 times table, or a 7 times table. Okay, now this part, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to sing it first, and I'm going to get my daughter, who's also in year 6, to sing it as well. Okay, let's hear my version first, then you can hopefully store this information, remember it from now until all the way to year 11. So let's have a listen now. Dividing by fraction, easy as pie. Flip the second and multiply. Multiplying fractions, no big problem. Top times top over bottom times bottom. When adding fractions that you see, match the bottom perfectly. When adding fractions that you see, match the bottom perfectly. Then you add the top number, you add the top number, you add the top number. So guys, right, so what we've got now, we've got all this. So dividing by fraction, easy as pie. Flip the second and multiply. Multiplying fractions, no big problem. Top times top over bottom times bottom. When adding fractions that you see, match the bottom perfectly. When adding fractions that you see, match the bottom perfectly. Then you add the top number, you add the top number, you add the top number. My daughter now will have a go. So let's listen out for her now.
When dividing by fractions, easy as pie. Flip the second and multiply. Multiply fractions, no big problem. Top times top over bottom times bottom. When adding fractions that you see, match the bottom perfectly. When adding fractions that you see, match the bottom perfectly. Then you add the top number, you add the top number, you add the top number.
Right, thanks to my daughter for doing that for me. Okay, now let's get into some matters of teaching now. Showing you how to do these things to make sure that you're able to do it and do it well. Okay, now we're now going to be looking at how we go about, right, all of these steps. I'm going to take my time explaining all of these steps to you so you can actually get it, because fraction is a heavy weighting of your exams, and we would like for you to get it. Okay, so we're going to change this to a mixed number. So this is what we do now. So we'll do 5 into 27, because this is what we call a top-heavy improper fraction. So the 5 into 27 goes, we'll do a 5 times table, and that goes 5 times. And then, because 5 times 5 is 25, the remainder go to the top, and this bit, the denominator, goes back to the bottom. Okay, and that's how we change to mixed number. Next one here, because these two denominators are the same, so we've got 4 6 plus 3 6, that's going to give us 7 6. Okay, now what the examiner sometimes will ask you to do is to write this as a mixed number. So the 6 into 7 goes once, remainder 1 upon 6. Okay, now we're taking away, exact same rules apply here. The denominators are the same, so we know that's going to be at the bottom anyway. Okay, And then what we're going to do now, we're just going to take away this from this. Okay, so just to avoid we making any mistake whatsoever, we could put 62, take away, right, 38. Okay, and then when we're taking away like that now, we do 8 from 2, we can't, bar 1 from there, leave 5. Okay, put the 1 there, 8 from that is 4, and then 3 from this is 2. Okay, so we can always simplify this as well. Okay, right, now here is what we've got now. Now this part of the fraction now is where we're adding when the denominators are different. Now I would suggest for now that we just get the denominators the same. Now we know we're going to have the 2 and we're going to have this fraction there, plus we're going to have the other fraction. Okay, so let's see how we could get the denominators the same. So we're going to put our 3 times table, and then we're going to put our 6 times table. Okay, okay, so we've got 3, we've got 6, we've got 6, we've got 12, yeah. So therefore, the common denominator, the common multiple, is going to be 6. So we need this to be 6, and we need this to be 6, right? So this is already 6, so this stays as 5 upon 6, right? Now this part goes exactly with that part, and then this part goes exactly with this part, right? So in order for me to get this to be 6, I'm going to times that by 2, and I'm going to times that by 2, which becomes 2. Now you can see as well that with the 3 part we have to move 1, 2, so that's the reason we're times by 2. Now this becomes, right, 2 and 7 upon 6. But guys, let's look at this now, because this can be tricky sometimes. We get 2 and 7 6. So that's 1 whole and 1 6. So that 1 whole now we're going to put it onto the 2, which then becomes 3 and 1 upon 6. Okay, just to show you again, if we've got 7 upon 6 as an improper fraction, because the examiner don't like it like that, 6 into 7 is 1, and remainder 1 upon 6, that's 1 and 1 6. And because we've already got 2 whole, then what we do, we just put them together, which becomes 3 and 1 upon 6. Okay, now next one we've got is this now, where the denominators are different. So we'll do our 6 times table. Okay, and then we're also going to do our 8 times table. So we do 6, 12, 18, 24. We could carry on as long as we want to. 8, 16, 24. But I wouldn't carry on as long as I want to. I would basically just do a bit there, do a bit there, so therefore we can get it as soon as possible, so we don't go on forever. So we realize now that the lowest common denominator is 24, right? Okay, so then we know at the bottom here this has to be 24. Okay, I know on this side as well, that's going to have to be 24 as well. Okay, let's just move this down a bit, just so you can see what we're doing here. Okay, let's move this down a bit. Yeah, okay, right. So therefore now, right, so we know the denominator is going to be the same, but let's look at 6. So 6, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to multiply that by 4 to get it to become 24, because equivalent fractions, right? And I'm going to multiply that also by 4, so we get 8. Okay, and I need to multiply this 1, 2, 3. I'm going to multiply that by 3, and I'm going to multiply that by 3 as well. Just one little mistake here, this is supposed to be a minus. Okay, so let's change that. Okay. Okay, so this is supposed to be a minus, and with a 3 times 8, 24, 3 times 1, 3. And then we do now 3 from 8, leave us with 5, right? Okay. And then we get 5 upon 24. Okay. Hopefully you're getting everything that I'm doing so far. Okay. Now here now, right, we have got this bit now where we want to find the lowest common denominator again. So we could do a 4 times table, okay, or a 5 times table, and also our 10 times table. Okay, so we do 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. And remember what I said? I said also that you don't want to carry on too far because it might take us a good chunk of time out of the question itself. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, looking good so far. And then 10, 20. So 20 looks good. So the lowest common denominator, the lowest common multiple, yeah, because the multiple is in a times table, right? It's 20. Okay, so we know at the bottom you're going to have 20 for this. We're going to have plus 20 for this. And then we're going to have 20 for the other one. Okay. So then, how do I get this 4 to become 20? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to times it by 5. An equivalent fraction, we're going to times it by 5, right? So that becomes 5. And then for this one now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Times it by 4. Times it by 4. So that's 4 there. And then 1, 2. Times it by 2. And times it by 2. So then that becomes 2. So we do 5 plus 4 is 9 plus 2 equal 11. So we get 11 upon 20. Okay, hope that makes sense to you. Okay guys, right? Now, what we're now going to do, we're going to move over into division. Now remember what I said, we flip the second and multiply. Now, if you see a whole number like this, all this is, guys, is this. It's actually 2 upon 1. So it's almost like this is our head, and we did this is on top of our head there, and that's on our feet, and then we are only going to flip the second and multiply. So we've got 5 upon 8, right, times, right, by 1 upon 2, because so we're going to flip the second and multiply. So then this now becomes 5, yeah, because 5 times 1 is 5, 8 times 2 is 16. Okay, now they said change this now to an improper fraction. So change to an improper fraction top of it. So this is what we're going to do now. Okay, so we're going to do now, we're going to do times the 5 by the 3, then add 1. So 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1 is 16. So you get 16 upon 5, and that's our improper fraction there. Okay, excellent. So we've got a few other questions over here to get done. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this question here. Okay, I'm just going to do it over here, just get it so I can see it on its own. Okay, and also I've got another question here as well that I'll do further down. Okay, so guys, all you've got to do, all you've got to just replay the video, replay the clips, so therefore, just in case if I did go too fast at any point. But I'm trying my best. I don't want the video to run too long, so I'll try my best to sort of do it, but do it at a at a particular pace. Okay, Now the first bit we've got here now is we're going to change this to, an improper fraction, so it's better and easier to do it when we've got mixed numbers. Okay, a mixed number is when we've got a whole number and a fraction. Okay, so what we're going to do now, let's show you how we do this now. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to do times by 2 times 1, then add 1, so that becomes 3 upon, so 2 times we get 3 upon 2, and then we're going to times that by 57. Now remember, 57 can be written as 57 upon 1. Okay, so we're going to times these two, okay, and then times those two. So let's do, so we do 3 times, so I know in primary school now you do a long multiplication, so I can take it that you're going to know what to do. So we're going to times by 3 there, yeah? Okay, so 3 sevens is 21. Okay, and then 3 times 5, 15, 17, so get 1, 7, 1. Yeah, so 3 sevens 21, carry 2, 3, 5, 15, 17, so get 1. Okay, we get 1, 71 upon 2. Okay, it's also sometimes better for us to write this as a mixed number. So let's do the next step now. Okay, so the 2 into 1, 7, 1. So 2 into 1 we can't. Okay, and then bring the 1 and then 2 into 17. So 2, 8, 16. And then carry the 1. 2 into this is 5. Okay, so we've got 85. And then we've got the remainder 1. So we get 85, right? And remainder 1 upon 2. Okay, hopefully you've got that one. Okay guys, hopefully you all understand everything so far. Now what we're now going to do, we're going to work out this first. So first step we're going to do, we're going to write it as a improper fraction. So we're going to times here by 3, then add 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 we get 10 upon 3 divided by, let's leave the divide for now, and we're going to do 4 times 1 plus 1, so give us 5 upon 4. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to flip the second and multiply. So we got 10 upon 3 times by 4 upon 5. Okay, so we're going to times the top, so we do 10 times 4 upon 3 times 5. Now sometimes guys, what I say to my students, because the numbers at the top can become so big, I said try and divide 5 into this is 1, 5 into this is 2. But every time I try doing that equivalency method, it's a struggle. So I just said, because at least I know they'll pick up a mark, or you will pick up a mark. If you did 10 times 4 give us 40 upon 3 times 5 give you 15. Now I can't see what's the difference here, because now they find it's easier to simplify this. Now we already see that 5 could go into both of them. So because we're doing equivalent fractions, right, we're going to then do divide this by 5, and we're going to divide this also by 5. Okay, so we get 5 into 40 is 8 upon 5 into 15 is 3, and then we write this as a mixed number, because a lot of time your examiner will ask you to write as a mixed number all the way up to GCSEs, right? So we get 3 into 8 is 2, and remainder 2 back up on the denominator. Okay, right guys, so we've done the entire process now, right? We've done the entire process. Okay, we've looked at everything, we've sorted out everything. Now what we're now going to do, guys, we're going to check to see if we understand what is happening. As remember, you can replay the clip, look at the different topics and so on. Now let's look at the next thing. Now you're now going to have a go at this. You're also going to pause the clip after you've done it and then check the answers. So you're going to pause it now. You're going to have a go at these questions for me. And then once you've done these questions, the answers are on the next slide. So then you can check your answers if you've had a go, if you fully understand what's happening. So have a go now for me, please. Make yourself proud, make your parents proud, most of all, have a go at it, because it doesn't matter if it's wrong. And also, if you get one wrong, nothing's wrong with that. If you got a few wrong, nothing's wrong with that. Just try it again. Go back to the example, have a look at it again, write down the example on a piece of paper, then try it, look at what I'm doing, try it on your own, and see if you're getting it. And if you don't get it, to try it again, because that's what life is about. There are lots of things that I've been, I'm trying, even with the new exams that I've got to try stuff over and over until I get it. So even at this age, I've been teaching for umpteen years, over 20 years, right? And basically, I am still questions that will get me stuck, but I don't give up. I try, and that's what I want you to do. So pause the clip, pause the video, right? I want to pause the video, have a go at it, then the answer will come up. Okay guys, I hope you pause the video and you're able to now check your answers, and I hope you've done really, really well. Now, as I said, I'm doing all the questions that are on the SATs exam, so we're now going to move on to the next stage. Okay, now the next stage now is this bit. Now what we've got here now, guys, it says fractions to decimals. Now they don't really at the SATs level sort of give you questions that are too challenging. But then, like this one here, you should realize that this bit here is a half, which is 1.5. Now I said in each box circle a number that is greater. So therefore that's 1.2 and that's 1.5. So therefore this one would be greater. Okay. Now here now they said, okay, this part now it says now we know a quarter is like 25 pence. So that's 1.25. And this is like £1.30. So which one is greater? That one. Okay. And the next bit now we've got now is almost like we're dividing by, okay, by 100 there. So we've got 5 divided by 100. Now in terms of, we're looking at our place value. So if we divide by 100, okay, the number is going to move to the right 2 places. So this is what's going to end up happening, right? Okay, so we get 0. Yeah, so that becomes 1.05. So which one is greater? £1.40, not 1.5 pence. Okay. Now the next thing we've got here now, guys, is this. Now they said the number and the sequence increase, okay, by the same amount each time. Now if we jump from here to here, okay, that's actually 5 upon 8. Now for this one, guys, I would probably say the best thing to do here is probably to change this to a top of a fraction, right? Okay, so this now becomes, right, 9 is 4 2's 8 plus 1, 9 upon 8. Okay, so sorry, no, sorry, made a mistake there, guys. Now we need, what we needed to do was to times here by 2 to get the denominators the same, right? And then times here by 2. See, no, I'm still making a mistake. Yeah, times, yeah, so let's sort that now. So let me just get the rubber and sort that. Okay guys, so can you see 2 times 4, 2 times that, which becomes 2, and 2 upon 8, okay, which then becomes 8 to 16, and so we get that's 18, right? 18 upon 8. Okay, so if this is 18 upon 8, okay, and then we're going to move to the other side now. We're going to add 5 upon 8 to it. So 5 plus 18 gave me, we get what, 23 upon 8. And then guys, if we're going to take away 5 eighths from 1 8, that's going to give us what, because we need to get a whole. So if we're going to take 5 8 from that, we're going to end up with 3 eighths, because if you think about that, now we're going from here to here. So if I'm adding 5 eighths, okay, yeah, to this is just going to make me 8 8, which is going to be 1 whole. Okay, now what I needed to do for me with this one, I wanted to write this as a decimal. I want to write this as a decimal, and I also would like you to fill in the 2 missing boxes for this one for me, please. Okay, so I'm going to pause it now, and I would like you to have a real go at it. Have fun. Okay guys, hopefully you've done that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to look at see how, because remember we said we could make this, so we could times here, could times this by 2 to make it 10 at the bottom there, and times it by 2, right? So this is the same thing as 2 and 2 upon 10, and then hopefully you'll spot, because I did say I want this as a decimal, so it becomes 2.2, right? And just as I would divide this one here by 100, we're going to get 1.06. Now as you can see, that's 1 whole and 3/5, so we're going up by 1/5, right? So 1/5. So if we're going to take 1/5 from this one is going to be 1 and 2/5. Okay, and then this one is going to be, we're adding 1/5 to this, that's going to make it 1 and 5/5. But because we've got 2 whole, right guys, so we've got 1 whole give us 2 wholes, yeah, so get 2. Okay, smashing.
27 minutes, you know.
Good day guys. What we've got now again is this fraction of whole numbers again. Okay, so we've got 1/5 of 20. Now, you know, I've been going on so far, it's now 27 minutes into the video. Okay, so fraction of whole numbers. So let's do a quick stuff here just to help you to get this. So what I sort of said, look, students, because this is all about, for your SATs, it's all about getting here quickly to understand it. So dividing by, so what we do, what it said, divide by the bottom and times by the top, divide by the bottom and times by the top, divide by the bottom and times by the top, and you get the correct answer. Divide by the bottom and times by the top. So we're going to do now, we're going to divide by the bottom. Okay, so we're going to divide by the bottom, and then we're going to times by the top. So 5 into itself, 5 into itself is 1, so we're going to do, and then 5 into 20 is 4, so the 1 times 4 is 4, right? Okay, and then we're going to do 5 into itself is 1, 5 into 20 is 4, and then the 2 times 4 is 8. So 1/5 of 20 is 4, but 2/5 of 20 is 8, so we're going to multiply, so we divide by the bottom, times by the top. Now what you're going to do now for me, you're going to have a go at these 2 questions for me. So you're going to pause the video now, you can have a go at these 2, and I'll show the answer on the other side. And then once we finish doing this one, I'm going to come back and explain to you how you go about this problem solving question. Okay, because this is also a question from the SAT exam. And guys, I tell you, I quite like the fact that they've given you challenging questions in primary school, so when you go to secondary school, you can achieve a lot more, you can move at a faster pace because you're exposed to the challenging material. So nothing is wrong in having these good quality questions to do. Okay guys, now let's have a look at the answers now. So those are the answers. So the first thing we did, we divide, we want, you know, they said Danny gets that, so we divide by the bottom times by the top. So do 5 into 20 is 4, 4 times 3, 12. Divide by the bottom, 10 into 20 is 2, 2 ones 2. And then he keeps the rest for himself, so you just take these 2 away from the 20, you get 6. Yet again we do divide by the bottom and times by the top. Divide by the bottom and times by the top. Divide by the bottom and times by the top, and you get the correct answer. So 3 times 4 is 120. Okay guys, now this question now is a really good one. Now what I want you to understand, right, is that if you've got, say, 3/8 of something, what do I need to add to this to make it one whole? Would be 5/8. Okay, if I've got 1/7 of something, what do I need to add to it to make it one whole? Would be 6/7. Okay, and that's a concept that I would like you to understand. Okay guys, so that's how we do that bit, right? So in terms of now in this question, right, what I really wanted to do for me is to read the question. It says, on Saturday Laura reads 2/5 of her book. On Sunday she reads the other 90 pages to finish the book. How many pages are there in Laura's book? No. So therefore this here represents 3/5 of Laura's book. Okay, because 2/5 she already read, 90 pages to go. So then if we put 3/5, okay, which gives you 90, in effect guys, what we've got now, this is what we've got. So let's say we have, we've got this bit, right? Okay, so that's 1, 2, 4, and 5. So this bit, 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, right? So what we want to do, if we can find out 1/5 is, then we're in business. Okay, so if 3/5 gives me this, so let's see if we could find out 1/5 is. So if I then divide this, okay, by 3, and I divide also this one by 3, then I'm going to get now 1/5 would then give me 30. Now if 1/5 give me 30, what then 5 lots, because 1/5 is 30, so 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. 5 lots of 1/5 would give me the full whole that I would like to find out. So I'm going to times here by 1/5. Okay, so that's giving me, because they said how many pages in Laura's book, so what the total amount. So with times 5 lots of 1/5 is going to give me one whole. Okay, and then I'm going to times this bit now also by 5, which is then going to be 130 pages. Okay, so guys, what you could always do at 130 pages, we could always do, you could pause a clip and go back to it and have a go at it. Okay, and then see if you could remember how to do it. Okay, now where are we now? We are now equivalent fractions. Now equivalent fractions, some people might say, why didn't you start with equivalent fraction? But you know what, let's give an example here now, and then you're gonna have a go at that, and I'm gonna do an example here, and then you're gonna have a go at that, so you get a chance to do this thing. Okay, so let's see now, we want to find what this one is. This is equivalent fraction. So to go from here to here, what am I doing? I'm dividing by, yeah, so 3 into this is 4. So I divide by 4, so 4 into 12 is 3. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing to get there. So I'm also going to divide here by 4. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now I need to get, I'm going to go now from here to over there. Okay, so I'm going to times here by 2. And I'm going to times this one also by 2, which then gives me 2 times 3, give me 6. Now I would like you to have a go at this for me. Okay guys, now what we're going to do now, we're going to now have a go at this one now. Hopefully you've completed, you paused the video and you've had a go at that one. So I'm going to do this one now, and then you're going to have a go at that one. Now remember I said, if we have something that's 2/5, and we need to get it to, right, a whole, then all we've got to do is to add 3/5 to it. So can you see the difference? Look, these two always add to the bottom numbers. Now the first thing we need to do for this one, right, we need to work out what this part is going to give us. So we already learned how to add fractions, alright, so we get the denominators to be the same. So we times here by 4, times up by 4, and then times up by 3, and then times up by 3. So then this becomes 4 upon 12 plus 3 upon 12, which become 7 upon 12. Now in order for me to get this to become 1, then I need to ensure that this just takes 7 away from 12. We get then 5 upon 12. Okay, now I would like you to have a go at this one now for me. So pause the video and then have a go at this one, and then you'll get the answer shortly. Okay, so pause the video now and have a go at it. Okay guys, now here are the answers. Hopefully you've got the same answers as myself. Okay, hopefully you've got the same answers as myself. Okay, now let's move over to the next one. We're almost finished. Okay guys, now fraction of shaded regions. Okay, so we've got 1/5 of this shape. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1/5 of 10. Okay, so look at this now guys. So remember my singing here, divide by the bottom and times by the top. Divide by the bottom and times by the top. So the 5 into this is 1, 5 into this is 2. So the 1 times 2 is 2, so we're going to shade 2. So 1 and then 2. Okay, and that's it, we're done. Simple as, guys. Come on, we can do this. Then shade more triangles in this shape so that 1/3 is shaded. 2 is already shaded, right? So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1/3 of 12. Okay. So remember the song again. Divide by the bottom times by the top. So 3 into itself 1, 3 into this 4, yeah? So we've got 1 times 4 is 4. So we get 1, 2, just need 2 more, yeah? Okay. Okay guys. Hopefully you fully understand that. Just watch it again if you don't get it. And I want you, when you're looking at what I'm doing here, I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to have confidence in yourself. That's how it works. It's all, guys, about how much you believe in yourself. Okay? Okay, guys, so you're going to have some now to have a go for yourself. So you're going to have a go at this lot now for me, please. Okay? And then once you finish doing them, so pause the video now. Okay? And then once you finish doing them, then you're going to check the answers. So pause the video now and I'll be putting the answers up because I don't want this to go more than 40 minutes. Okay? Okay, so here are the answers. Okay? And I put some explanation there. Okay, for example, this here, in terms of the shaded region, it's always best to first write down all the fractions. Okay, so like for example here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 10 slot 8. So we just simplify. This one over here says take the two shapes that have 3/4. So you work out how many shaded. 6 upon 8. We simplify. 3 upon 6. Simplify equivalent fractions. You can't go wrong. Okay, and that's what we end up with. That's our answer. Okay guys, I hope you have made lots of progress watching this clip, watching my video here. Hope you're making lots of progress now. Make sure you tell your parents that they should subscribe to my channel so that you can get lots more, because over the next couple of weeks I'll be doing a lot of stuff for SATs, the SATs exam. God bless, guys. Good luck with your SATs exam, or if you're going to use this for GCSE, or if you're just using it to help you solve to improve on fractions. God bless. Good luck.